Online communication has become very, very important for the average Singaporean consumer, and that is very distinct from how much activity there is on social media nowadays. I mean, you have so much Twitter tweets and Facebook postings, LinkedIn updates, even blog posts, everything. There are so many online influencers just talking about a variety of topics, and I think the most distinct event we've seen so far is actually the recent general elections, when all the digital natives and even some people who wouldn't normally use the computer for such online activities were all monitoring this online activity online. I think in short, this actually points to how Singaporeans want to be taken seriously and they want to actually share their opinions online. There are nearly 2.6 million people on Facebook right now in Singapore itself, and that represents nearly 70% of online penetration for the online population. And if marketers and brands don't pay attention to these consumers, they will lose out. So I would say generally Singaporeans really accept social media as part of their lives now. I mean, just looking at the trains or public transports, right? If you go onto a bus or a train, look at what the Singaporean consumer is doing. They're on Facebook, they're tweeting, they're just participating and making social media usage a part of their everyday lives. They're very active practitioners. And if we don't engage with them on these mediums, we don't know what they're thinking. How are we going to provide the best service? How are we going to actually give them products they will use if we don't listen to them? Well, there are certain things that a bank can do to actually get social media right. The first core thing to actually do is to not be afraid of social media. Be proactive, step up forward and show that you are not easily deterred by social media. And the consumer will trust you. Being the institution which consumers will never expect you to surprise them with. It's too important now, this whole medium, to actually ignore it or you'll be left behind. It's not about just being on social media. It's actually about doing social media right. And at Next Bank Asia, we want to actually explore how social media can be the next step in really elevating your brand and thereby increasing brand loyalty for everyone. Not just your banks, but also even your startups, for example. And that's what I'm really interested in finding out about at the conference.